One of my TikTok followers, 6andit15, wanted me to elaborate more on what trailer visits were. And by the way, 6andit15, happy belated birthday. Trailer visits are much different from your regular visitation or your holiday or weekend visitation. Inmates actually have to go through an intent process to even be able to become approved for that type of visit. Trailer visits are not offered in southern facilities, at least none that I know of. In fact, the only facilities that I know of that do offer these are going to be your northern states. The inmates that are approved for these visits are considered what we call model inmates. They don't have any infractions. They never get in trouble. They do their job, they do their time, and they get on through. Now, the family that's coming to visit the inmate, they also have to go through a rigorous process as well. There's a background check that's done on them, and it could only be your children and your spouse, nobody else. When the family does come to visit, they're allowed to bring food, clothing, and toiletries only. They can't bring any cell phone accessories, any type of electronics. It's just their body, their clothing, their toiletries, their food. And they absolutely have to bring the food simply because the inmate is not going to be eating in the chow hall. In fact, the inmate is not going to go back into the institution until his trailer visit is completely over. With the trailer visit, inmates are still responsible for count. So there is a phone that's located inside of the trailer, and they are responsible for checking in with the officers. Your trailer visits normally consist of about 3 days at minimum. It's set up just like the inside of a house or Airbnb. You have your pots, you have your furniture, you have your linen. It's all there for you to enjoy. Now, the location of the trailers, they're not always on the property with the prisons, but they are on state property. So it's just kind of like hit and miss depending upon what state you're in. Even though some of the trailers are not directly on the property with the prisons, you're still going to be under high surveillance. Trust and believe, they have people in towers watching you. They have officers that's roving around. And rightfully so, because even though you're given the privilege of going on a trailer, you're still an inmate, and the officers still have to provide care, custody, and control to not only the institution, but also the community. Let's just say you're there for a trailer visit as an inmate and a family, and there's also another family that's there as well. There is no interaction between the families. You're there to spend time with your family. They're there to spend time with theirs. As far as the meals, like I said, the family is responsible for bringing the meals because the inmates are not allowed back into the institution until their trailer visit is over. So whatever they brought for you is whatever you're going to eat over the next few days. They literally have to bring breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, whatever it is that you want to eat. I've seen people bring seafood. I've seen people bring soul food. I've seen people bring chitterlings. The food does not have to be pre-cooked. They can cook the food while they're on the premises. Like I said, it's like an Airbnb, so there is a kitchen there. There's also TVs. There's also DVD players and DVDs as well. Just as if you rented out an Airbnb, you're still responsible for cleaning up after yourself, making sure that the trailer is back in place because they're going to have another group of people coming in for another trailer visit. And after your visit is over, it's back to regular life. Now, if you came from out of state, 9 times out of 10, they will allow you another visit the next day, but it will be a regular visit. And as always, this is just my experience of my 16 years working in the prison and judicial system, and also being a child of an inmate and growing up and knowing what it's like to go on trailer visits. So it may be different in your state. Your state may not offer trailer visits because you may be in a southern state or you may be in a northern state. There's not very many states that still continue to allow these type of visits, but I'm 100% for it. The reason I'm 100% for trailer visits is simply because I believe that when you have family support and family bonding, that inmate is less likely to commit infractions while on the inside of the institution. It's also a way for the family to reconnect. They're able to reconnect with their children. They're able to reconnect with their spouse. And that type of support is essential when you're serving long bids in prison. So if you want some more hot tea and some story times from an investigator's perspective, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, follow me on TikTok as well as Instagram.